Hey guys, welcome back to some Guild of Guardians. Today's video, we're finally looking at and unlocking the arena. Now, of course, this is the PvP aspect that we have of this game. You've been attacked one time. Unfortunately, you lost one total. You lost 16 points in here. So I hopped in, I did one combat, essentially one battle this morning. Now, ultimately, it seems like the PvP score or where we're at is going to be incredibly difficult to get through just looking at the player powers that we do right here. And of course, you can refresh in the bottom. Now, on this left-hand side, you can see the rank. So you can see exactly where these players are ranked. And you can also take a look at what they're running. Now, you see these blanks. A lot of players are either not running heroes in there because you can see level 1 right here, which means we don't have the ability to see exactly what they're running. And I don't know if that's the defensive team or essentially the attacking team, but we're going to have to look in here and do some battles. Because when I do click on a hero, for instance, right here, Ishmu, right in the middle, you can see there are 2 question marks. We have an 80 right here, a 90 and an 80. Now, overall, you can also see that these are the ascended, or these are the built-up heroes. So it's going to be a very strong player. Even looking at the ability or looking at the combat rating that we have right here, we are not even close to the combat rating, not only just based on levels, but also based on the heroes that we have in here, which means looking at the lineup initially that we were kind of set, you can see we're at 695 with the 5 heroes that I actually have built in here. It is still a question mark on the other 2 heroes that are built in here, but they are looking at almost 800, which means that when we go in here, it seems like this is going to be a defeat just based on, I mean, you're talking almost a 200 power deficiency, which again is pretty hard. So we can go ahead. We want to refresh this and see defeating all the opponents will grant special rewards. It's going to be impossible. Now, there we go. Now we're right around in the realm that we're kind of in right now. So I'm going to go through, and if you remember our score, so I'm going to go for 633 right here, 75, 83, and you can also see that all of these heroes are built up, meaning they've used some resources in here, either that or they did own the heroes over on Treasure Trove or the Guild of Guardians. They've owned the NFTs, meaning that they do have them awakened. Now, again, looking at us, we're a little bit stronger, could see what we got in here. Now, of course, there are a lot of heroes that are very, very PvP specific based on the heroes that we have. We have tank on tank right in the front, and it looks like my Ashwin is just burning down a lot of different heroes. We did see the stun right there, but we got the heal out. This is going to be a victory for us. And there, of course, is bombs away. Maybe not. Maybe this won't be a victory for us. And of course, looking right here at the enemy, Grizzle, I think it's the support hero that offers, again, a lot of PvP, but we also are running Thor. Thor's a pretty strong advantage, and there we go. So we do get a victory out of here. This is the second victory. And overall, the only thing you're getting out of here is those coins. So looking at the rank, we are barren right now. Time remaining, we have 6 more days to go in here. And the PvP is single. We are ranked 3,663. Now, of course, the big thing in here is the shop. So out of the shop, I was kind of looking, what is going to be the benefit of getting these guild coins? Even looking here, I think it is really right here's an Epic Guardian, which I really wouldn't worry about an Epic Guardian, honestly, within this game. Legendary Luminous Chest, beyond compare, open it to activate a portal to a Legendary Guardian. That honestly is probably what I would summon for. You could take your chances with the calling crystals, which we'll look at in just a minute. But overall, it seems like this Legendary Guardian, making sure and ensuring that you're getting a Legendary Guardian would be very, very important. But again, you could go in and buy these calling crystals. Now I know it is 500 to get one of these calling crystals, but when you start looking at the summons and when you start looking at the ability to summon out some of these heroes, utilizing these calling crystals could be super beneficial because, of course, here is the limited. And this changed. Guys, we have not seen this change. So as you can see, this means that we have a new legendary hero right here, which is another warrior. I'm still waiting for a legendary tank. And unfortunately, with these calling crystals, we don't have any of them. But look at this. It changed. So Tybor's in here. Guys, we're doing summons. I didn't even notice that this has changed. So Thorit, we already do have. Now, Oxalis, we do not have. Legendary, legendary, legendary. All 3 of these. Anero, we do not have. Tybor, we do not have. So this is why we were saving our resources to be able to essentially get some different heroes in here, because we are very, very limited. Because, of course, we're not buying heroes out of here. But let's see what we get out of here. Maybe it is going to be a legendary hero. And we get another copy of Ashwin. That is awesome. Now, Ashwin, we know that we built up a little bit higher. We do need more copies to get him. And we also did go ahead and do the ascension of him, meaning that he is now an NFT. We designated him as an NFT. We built him up a little bit further. Let's see. So we got Grizzle. And again, Grizzle was one that we were just looking at. There's Shauna and there is Fievel. And I believe a few different heroes because both of those are elite and both of them are new heroes. But we are 2 for 2 on the legendary summons in here. That is awesome. Do you want us 300 rubies extra to continue? Yes, we'll go ahead. We're going to do all of our summons in here. This one gives us Atticus again. So we're not seeing any of the new heroes, which I want to show you guys in just a minute, because that also makes me think that we're going to have the ability to get heroes. And that, there we go. We get another Telva. Rest of these are just going to be recycled. And the final one, Guardian Space, is full. But that makes me think, because looking here, legendary is a 0.9. You can see we have a few that are down here and it looks like they added them in. So if you remember before, we only had a few heroes in here, but it looks like they kind of divided the percentages in here to get the new heroes. And it looks like there are a lot more heroes that are just added in here as they're continuing to build those out. So very cool. Let's hop into our Guardians themselves. Let's do a couple of the recycles in here, which they made it really easy now. So I'm going to sacrifice my common and my rare. I'm going to keep my epic and my legendary. There we go. Sacrifice. Do we want to go ahead and destroy these Guardians? And there we go. So we are looking at the souls, the Imperial, the Keeper soul, then of course the Redeemer soul. Now on the regular heroes that we just sacrificed, unfortunately, they are very, very low quality. And when it comes to even the Enlightenment, we don't have the ability. So I have another one right here, but I do not have this other Radiant to enlighten it. Now this one is by burning, as far as I know, it is by burning NFTs. So if I have the ability, or if you look at any of the heroes, even legendary heroes, let's say this one, for instance, it is going to yield me right here. It is going to yield me some of those cores, but it is not going to yield me any. And unfortunately, you can't see the little fireball right down here. The only way that I have found to get those is if you look at an actual NFT. That is the ones when you burn an NFT, you have the ability to get some of those. And I'm almost curious. I'm going to have to check it out later because I wonder if we took a hero, leveled it up to an NFT, and then essentially just burn the NFT, what it would give us as a regular hero, as an elite hero out of here. If we ascended this hero, costing us 31 of our ascension seals, and then burned it, what exactly it would yield us. Because we know, looking at our higher level heroes, it gives us about 1,000 out of there. But let's go ahead. Let's do one more summon in here. Maybe again, it's going to be another legendary hero. It is another legendary. There is Tybor. So let's see, guys. I want to see what Tybor is all about. Now, of course, when it comes to legendary heroes, the legendary heroes do possess the force skills. So what we mean by that is when we're looking, and I believe he is, I'm starting to get a lot more legendaries in here. I'm actually pretty stoked. But here we go. He's really, really cool looking. But they possess this force skill. So looking at this, he becomes immune to control while performing a 5 hack attack. So when he ults, he is immune to crowd control. We have CC, so we have crowd control right there. We have crowd control right there. I do like the double crowd control. And then, of course, every 6 seconds, he cleanses all poison effects on himself and recovers 10 HP. Guys, that could be 30 HP every 6 seconds. I'm going to have to see because we have a couple Terra Warriors, which, of course, looking at the bonuses here, if we're going in with a couple of the Terra Warriors, we can get a couple of our heroes. And, of course, looking here, he's pretty cheap right now to ascend. Now, the thing that I've noticed is if you look at the cost of these, the cost went down. Boom. He was actually released today. So I expect as heroes summon him that the exponential cost to build this hero is going to go through the roof because of the new heroes being released. And we have seen that with all of the NFT heroes so far. When we look at the cost info, it is just steadily progressed. So once they go up on global, it seems like they are going to get, again, exponentially more expensive. And even here, guys, I need some of those. I am wondering if we could go in here and take one of these heroes. And I'm gonna have to see because I don't want to go in here and burn some of our abilities, but I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna send Tybor for 68. And again, you can see it was going down. Well, now the hero is on the global launch. and I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. Let's see. We'll go ahead and ascend him. If not, we're going to have to buy some more of these seals. But of course, if it's a hero that's not effective and we don't use at all, it is actually a guardian that we can go ahead and just kind of recycle. But now they show up as a core one, which most of these do. And you also have to make sure which ones you do ascend. So I do have a core one right here. And I think I'm going to do the same with Grind. Grind, of course, is my current tank. You can see he's staying pretty even, so I'm not too worried about that. But again, I'm wondering if, you know what, out of any of those, I'm going to do Grind just for the simple fact that getting this Guardian Ascended, I want to see what the recycle looks like. I wasn't going to look at it, but again, I want Grind to be, and that makes Grind an NFT. He is a core one, so I can exchange for Grind. Now, what would it look like? And I think it might be locked right now because we are in a battle. Yeah, but let's see. So he gives us 2,000 of those. And again, looking at building up these heroes a little bit further, I am wondering if we do build out Grind or if we recycle Grind, what that's going to look like. But now, ultimately, I have a bunch of NFTs, which is really, really cool to see. So both of those are the Ascended level. Then, of course, we know there's some changes that are coming, but we have both of those NFTs. So worst case scenario, we could hop on Token Trove, we could hop in our vault, we could swap some of those back, we could sell them if needed. But overall, that is going to increase the power that we have. And we're going to have to see exactly where those heroes are being used and if they're being used, because of course we want to be much stronger in the arena. And even here, guys, they are ascended. Most of the heroes and most of the players that I'm running into in their entirety are completely ascended, meaning we are going to have to fight some pretty tough teams. But I also want to get and build out some of those. And there's, again, with the crowd control right back here. Come on, where's the bombs away? See, there's the crowd control. I think if we can get the bombs away, we're going to be good. No, this is going to be a defeat. Look at the dodge. They are sitting here in that little aura Grind, of course, being back up right there. Boom, that is a defeat. But you can see also on the top, so craft some gear. So unfortunately, that one we cannot beat. Let's look at 625, so plus 80 score. And again, looking right here, this is the hero that I see everybody running. I'm going to have to get this hero up for PvP. And we've never played PvP. This is literally the day that we unlocked it. But I'm going to have to look and I'm going to have to play with some of these, getting and really building up that PvP rank, making sure, again, that we're using and getting our diamonds, but using all of our tickets on a regular basis. So very cool to see the PvP aspect of this. Very cool to get a couple more of those heroes converted into the Ascended NFTs. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.